Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Today, I just simply want to touch base with people who are not charging enough and not understanding what you provide to the market. Now, this goes out to my entrepreneurs. This also goes out to the people who are employed. If you have a job, you'll understand this. You want to raise at your job. This right here will speak to you. This especially goes for my young people who are stepping into entrepreneurship. It just recently snowed here. We're in the Midwest. We got like, I don't know, 13, 14 inches of snow. All right. Two young boys going around in my neighborhood. Really quiet neighborhood. So real mixed. We got quite a few college kids. And then we got some older folks. We got some doctors. We got some attorneys. A lot of families in the neighborhood that I live in. These two young boys come knock on my door yesterday. Now, understand, it just snowed. My driveway is covered. My car is covered. My steps leading up to my front door are completely covered. Like I said, quite a bit of snow. The boys come to the door. They knock on the door and open the door and say, "Look, how you gentlemen doing? What's going on? What can I help you with?" They proceed to tell me that they ask, would I like my driveway shoveled and my steps? And I said, yeah. How much you charging? I said I was actually getting ready to come out and do it, but I see two young entrepreneurs in the making right here. How much you charging? One proceeds to tell me $10. The other proceeds to tell me $20. Now, mind you, my driveway isn't huge. It's a nice sized driveway. It could fit maybe four cars in it. So I said, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the 10, and depending on the job that you do, we'll work with an incentive. Now, these two young men don't understand they're very young. They're, like I said, one is 12, the other is 14. They just moved into the neighborhood. Proceed to tell me that, well, we usually charge $5. The fact that you're giving us 10 is awesome. It's like, okay, not a problem. So I proceed to let them go on out. They go out, they start shoveling. Mind you, I don't have that much cash on me, so I pull up, I got 20. All right. When they come back and they finish, I said, okay, so it looks great. Appreciate it. And I proceed to tell them that I said it's going to snow again tomorrow. Now I said, are you guys going just door to door, or are you just knocking on a couple doors? At the time, the youngest, he proceeds to tell me that, well, we were just going to knock on a couple of doors, see if we can make a few dollars. And I said, there's two of you. I said, it takes less time. Me and my brothers, we used to do that. Make quite a bit of money, tax free, going door to door. And I said, I like the fact that you guys took the initiative and just went up to doors, people you don't know, you're new to the neighborhood, and you're knocking on the door. I proceed to let them know that there are several elderly people who live around the corner. And I said, I'm pretty sure they'd be appreciative of you shoveling the driveway for them, wiping off the cars. And I said, you guys can make a little bit of money. Mind you, both of them are in shock and awe. I gave them each a bottle of water, gave them the money, and I told them to come back. And I said, come back the next day. And I said, I might have something else for you. The point of the story is, but also, here's one thing that I left out. I let them know that they need to charge what they believe and know is the right price. And what do I mean by charging the right price? Not because you're scared of the number, But understand, everyone has a number that you are scared of. I've touched on this before on when it comes to actual sales. These two young men are providing a service that a lot of people do not want to and are not going to do themselves. One, it's cold. Two, it's actual physical work. And a lot of people, some aren't capable of doing it, and some just don't want to do it. So, I told them to charge an appropriate price. Now, a lot of the driveways in the area are about the same size as mine. I told them, I said, now y'all got to be on point with each other when it comes to the price that you're charging. They proceeded to tell me, it's like, we never thought about that. So they're laughing at each other because one said 20, one said 10 when they first came to the door. Now, the point of this story is charge what you feel and deem to be the value that you bring. Now, those two young men proceeded to go out throughout the rest of the neighborhood. This was early morning when they came to my house. They proceeded to go out throughout the neighborhood. They made over $200 within a 6-hour time frame. Now, had I not just given them that little bit of game, a little bit of knowledge of understanding, you have to be secure in the price that you're charging. This is the value that you're bringing. They could charge more, depending on the driveway, depending on whether or not they're up for it, and they can actually sell it. Now, I'm not giving them a full sales lesson, but the fact is that they're out there doing the work, and they're getting compensated for it. Now, are you doing that? Are you promoting yourself and putting yourself out there in your own business as an adult? Now, those two young men have been back over here 2 more times since the initial time. Why? They're asking questions about entrepreneurship and sales. Now, what I'm saying is, if they're willing to do it, and I don't know them from a can of paint, they're willing to put themselves out there and continue to go and do the work. They're being compensated and rewarded for not only their effort, the discipline, and the ability to simply put yourself in the position for the opportunity to proceed and be successful. Are you doing that? I don't care if you are a baker or an IT person, whatever it might be. You have to put yourself out there. And I have another video, well, let's just say I have another video that should be dropping sometime the next day or so. And I went on a little tirade because I had several of my own students who reached out and said that because of the weather, because of this, that, and the third, they choose not to push themselves through the quote-unquote the fog of distraction, making excuses. There is no excuse if you are in flux and doing the actual work. Now, speaking to those two young boys today, they have made over $400 in 2 days for less than 10 hours of work. So not only did they double the price, but they actually continued to go door to door. And that, in a nutshell, that's the type of thing that makes me feel proud. Simply giving somebody a little negative knowledge and them executing on it. Got to remember, they were charging $5 for a driveway. And then having debates about it, whether or not to charge 10. They got to my door, and I don't know what it was that stuck to the oldest boy. He said 20. And his little brother said 10. I'm going to go with the price that you give me, because He was confident enough to ask for it. The service is well worth it, and he put himself out there. Now, does it always work? No. But if you're not willing to put yourself out there, you've already lost. If you already believe that you lost, you've already lost. If you go into it with a poor mentality of not understanding who you are and the value that you bring to the market, you've already lost. You have to believe in what you're doing. Believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and the market will balance itself out to where you can actually make a living at doing what you truly care about. So, I hope this message helps today. Love you all. Have a great one. Talk soon, my friends. Understand, entrepreneurship is freedom. Freedom to do what? You have to put yourself out there. It's that simple. Love you all. Talk soon. Peace.